Hey everybody. Starting to see people flowing in, which is great. Thank you so much for joining us today on what, at least in Toronto, is an extremely unseasonably cold day. But still sunny, so we can't complain too much. I'm Fraser. I'm with the marketing department here at Boosted, and I would love to introduce Josh Farruggio, who's our head of wealth management sales. Today, we're going to be covering um, a pretty interesting use case that we've been seeing a lot from a lot of requests from over the sort of past year, and it's about using AI to generate your portfolio commentary. Some people have been really requesting, and pass it over to Josh to cover how we've been tackling this topic.
Awesome. Thanks, Fraser. Really appreciate everyone's time. Thank you and welcome to our webinar on how wealth managers can use AI to enhance client communication, trust, and compliance. At my time here at Boosted, I've had the pleasure really of meeting over hundreds of wealth managers and institutional partners who have integrated Boosted into their investment research workflow and now using AI portfolio commentary to help tell their story. So we feel wealth management is undergoing a transformative shift, whether we are looking at personalized client communication, trust building, and regulatory compliance being paramount in this shift that we're experiencing. So today we're going to explore how AI revolutionizes these aspects, empowering wealth managers to deliver exceptional value and build enduring client relationships. AI-powered insights enable wealth managers to craft tailored communication strategies based on individual client preferences, goals, and risk tolerance. Personalized updates, recommendations, performance insights really encourage deeper engagement and understanding, fostering, again, a more collaborative advisor-client relationship. So by embracing these AI-driven solutions, not only are we enhancing client satisfaction, but also positions wealth and institutional managers as innovative leaders in the evolving landscape of financial services. So today we'll go through a few pieces within our agenda here. So the current landscape of wealth managers, some of the challenges in creating portfolio commentary, how AI is obviously making the job easier, and what our approach is to all of this. I think the most important part of the webinar would be digging down into the demo itself and being able to see it live and what we're working on as a team. And then one of the benefits of partnering at Boosted, you'd be able to see our platform develop further. And I think what's really unique is that we'll have a roadmap that we can share with you in terms of where we believe this product is going to go. And then we'll save some time at the end for any Q&A. So the current landscape for wealth managers is really an uphill battle, characterized by these multifaceted challenges requiring really a strategic approach to navigate successfully. So from cultivating client relationships to staying compliant with regulations, advisors are really facing a ton of responsibilities in a very dynamic environment and really just a lot on your plate. When you think about managing client relationships, building and maintaining, these strong relationships is really the core of what wealth management is. And I think it's really important that we understand each client's unique financial goals, their preferences, their risk tolerance, really to provide tailored advice and personalized service. We can think about growing the business, right? Building the business, acquiring new clients. It's essential for growth and sustainability. And then obviously doing so requires you to look at multiple strategies, whether it's networking, referrals, having targeted marketing campaigns. These are all crucial for expanding the client base and really driving that business growth. And then everybody's favorite part, the compliance side of things, right? Being able to look at know your product and know your client regulations. And really it's a non-negotiable aspect when it comes to wealth management. But we want to be able to ensure that wealth managers are doing their due diligence in assessing the suitability, obviously, of investment products, verifying, financial background and identity for clients to ultimately mitigate risk and adhere to those regulatory requirements. I think everybody wants to spend their time on portfolio management. That's why, we're in the business, being able to construct these diversified portfolios that align with each client's investment goals, their time horizon, risk tolerance, all while adapting, sorry, really to like these, market dynamics that we're experiencing and some of the challenging economic conditions. And then all that being said, we have to look at everything on a swivel, in the sense that there is so many different market trends. There's economic indicators, geopolitical events that are really essential for making informed investment decisions. So as wealth managers, we have to continuously monitor these news sources, the economic data, industry trends, really to identify and mitigate risks in client portfolios. So we're doing all this work. How then do we have regular communication and be proactive about this outreach? I think that's vital for maintaining that client engagement and trust, providing timely portfolio commentary, market insights, investment updates, really just demonstrates the expertise and reinforces the value of the wealth manager client relationship. So by leveraging this technology and adopting a strategic approach, we believe that wealth managers can navigate these challenges effectively and deliver superior value to their clients. So writing portfolio commentary, who's got the time? We think that it's actually essential, though, for keeping clients informed and engaged. But it can be challenging for busy wealth managers to find the time in their packed schedules. I think obviously wealth managers are juggling a lot of numerous high priority tasks, from client meetings to investment research and compliance obligations. So finding the dedicated time to writing portfolio commentary can be quite challenging, especially when you're faced with competing demands for attention and resources. But really, to further add to the problem, there's a bunch of other things that we can look at, and that can be people facing writer's block, right, impeding the writing process, leading to further delays and frustration and wasting even more time in your day. And then all the clients that you service probably have different needs and obviously different personalities. So you need to be flexible in your writing approach to allow for personalized communication that's tailored and different for different segments of your clientele or your business, and then being able to incorporate relevant insights and addressing specific concerns for each of these groups. Obviously, there's macroeconomic trends and market developments that can, significantly impact client portfolios. So being able to understand that and then provide timely analysis and commentary, so our clients are happy and obviously informed of any events that might occur. And then, advisors, again, they need to stay informed about these macro trends through continuous monitoring, right? There's so many different economic indicators or industry reports or a bunch of other things that we can pull in to provide that relevant insight to clients. So, how does a good commentary really set you apart? We've had a lot of discussions internally on this as well, but overall, it distinguishes advisors as subject matter expert, right? Showcasing your ability to provide timely and insightful analysis. I think you're going to be able to deliver faster updates and personalized insights, and advisors enhance the flow of information by building trust and confidence with their clients. Timeliness, relevance, personalization, they're all key factors that set advisors apart in a very much competitive landscape. So driving engagement and reinforcing their value proposition. And then finally, relevant, well-cited commentary that actually improves KYP standards. So you may recall last month we did a webinar. I talked about how our clients are actually unlocking value with artificial intelligence, all combining human intuition to speed up investment decision making and client outreach. I'll briefly review the first three here. Direct trading using AI strategies to really enable precise and timely execution of trades. So being able to feed the machine a set of variables and then being able to trade that similar to like a model portfolio. Very cool. Saves a ton of time for a lot of clients that are looking to outsource, you know, in that fashion. And then we think about idea generation by being able to tailor insights to individual investment styles, enhancing the quality and relevance of investment ideas through vast, data analysis. I think that's how we can really phrase that. But definitely supporting in the beginning of the research process as well, or throughout, and that's by pulling in, different insights, whether it be market trends or being able to aggregate news. And then, finally, better client communications. And that's obviously the topic for today, being able to improve client communications by enabling personalized and targeted outreach efforts, by leveraging obviously AI-driven analytics. And we can tailor recommendations and insights to clients, and more importantly, foster these stronger relationships to better address their individual needs and concerns. So we talked about commentary in a broad sense and some of the challenges that you might face in your day to day. How are we approaching it at Boosted AI? And we think that we've revolutionized portfolio commentary by integrating AI technology specifically tailored for financial advisors. This engine is finely tuned to analyze vast amounts of financial data and news sources efficiently. And our engine utilizes finance-specific large language models capable of parsing through millions of news sources daily. This capability enables us to provide timely updates on market trends, ensuring advisors stay ahead of the curve. And really, all of this is going to unlock the fact that you can get instant updates on market trends, helping advisors in general make better informed decisions, rapid macro analysis and commentary, providing valuable insights in real time, commentary tailored to your preferred frequency, whether it be weekly, monthly, quarterly, and then insights tailored to your specific portfolio, enhancing relevance and usefulness. All the commentary is going to be fully cited, so we want to ensure that we provide transparency and credibility, but advisors can be efficient in saving time, right? Accurate in minimizing human error with reliable insights, and offer personalized, or tailored messaging when we're, using this module. So I want to talk about our roadmap. I think this is pretty interesting. Here at Boosted, we're constantly evolving our platform, right? So I think it's important to share some of the things that we're working on and where we kind of see AI commentary going. And obviously the benefit of partnering with us is we take a lot of our client feedback and we implement that into our platform. So you'll get more of a taste as we get into the demo shortly. But I wanted to share some of the updates, and, starting with our workflow update, being able to save a personalized template, whether it's on any sections or topics that you want to discuss. Being able to white label this commentary, adding your logo, changing the title, exporting it, and whether it be through email or any other avenue that you want to send this off to clients, we're able to support in that nature. From a personalization standpoint, we want to improve the templates and the tone of writing based off how clients typically project or at least share with their clients in terms of the messaging, and then being able to look at how we can get really specific. Do you want to have bullet points and be short form? Do you want to keep it to a certain character limit? And then looking at some of the citations. Are they coming from top sources in terms of the information that you're talking about? And can we help support from a compliance perspective? we're going to be focusing more on certain sections and topics, being able to take a look at commentary on specific stocks, whether it be news, earnings, taking a look at your portfolio and saying, here are some of the larger positions, here are some of the smaller positions, how they interact with certain themes that you select as you conduct this commentary. What are the biggest contributors, detractors within my portfolio? So these are things that we can really uncover, even at a sector and macroeconomic level. So looking at performance and developments within any given sector by geography. So here, just having an example of something like the expansion in the real estate industry. I think it's pretty cool that we'll be able to even reference just broad market indices and some of the developments happening on that side. And then I think what's really positive about some of the developments that we're working on, being able to have a future outlook in your commentary as well. I think having your own insight and being able to share that with clients, you can now pull in things like perhaps the recent Fed announcement is something that you want to narrow in on and update your clients with, or you care about a certain area of the market that's about to announce earnings. So these are things that you can add into your commentary that would make it complete. And then we'll be looking at some enhancements where a lot of clients probably like some visuals, right? And I think this is where we can really support, based off the text that is being generated, you'd be able to get some illustrations to go along with that. So I know we have an example here where the machine is talking about Boeing, and we have a chart that's looking at commercial plane deliveries over each quarter. So being able to get very specific if we really wanted to, I think that's going to be really, really cool, save a ton of time for a lot of people that will be using the tool. And then being able to actually mark it down and edit it within the platform itself. That's something that we can have available to clients. So we'll get into the demo now before I share my final thoughts. But I thought overall we would go through AI commentary to show you what it looks like live. So you can set your portfolio into the platform. Here I have a list of models that I have. We'll click a 20 stock US model that I put together. And the second step here would be taking a look at the time frame. So we talked about the frequency in which you can select here. If I wanted to update my clients weekly, I now have the capability to do that. I know most do monthly or quarterly, so we're able to support in that function as well. Or perhaps, annual reviews. I want to send out a commentary. That's something that I can select. So I'll click on monthly, and we'll go to the next screen. And this is where we're going to be able to personalize our commentary by entering an investment philosophy. So this is going to be able to curate any topic as I pick certain themes within the machine. So we have some preset selections, whether it be for GARP-oriented investors or people that are focused on, value or quality companies. You do have the functionality to customize your own. So I'll select growth at a reasonable price. I want to look for companies that are growing fast, but are also reasonably priced. I want these companies to be outperforming others in terms of growth and value, while also being financially healthy. So looking for some quality in there as well. I can edit this. I can add whatever I like. From here, we told the machine our philosophy, but then how do we communicate to our clients? How do we want them to receive these communications as we think about the output of the commentary overall? So I can collect, or I can select any clientele. Perhaps you focused on doctors or engineers and they are more technical or fact-oriented. Or if you want to go more simple and short form, or again, totally custom to how you have built your business, you can type in whatever you like. And I think it's really cool because, again, we see certain advisors that are able to segment their business, whether they focus on dentists or other professions. So I'll click confirm. And what you'll notice is on the left-hand side, our machine is able to read the news for you, any company filings, any earnings information, to identify market moving themes. So if you recall, the first step was me selecting a portfolio. And what you'll notice is that the machine is actually suggesting a few themes for me. As an example, the rising adoption of cloud computing relates to 30% of my portfolio. So very cool that I can get that insight, by getting to this screen. If I wanted to click in further, I can actually see a bunch of other subtopics within that theme that I can select to generate my commentary. So whether I want to look at the AI chip market competition or some strategic investments that Amazon has really involved themselves in, I'm able to do that by going to any theme. What you'll notice below that are any trending themes, and this is going to be based off news heat velocity. So we would be able to determine what's actually being talked about the most in some publications. And then being able to look at, just in general, any market themes, whether it be rising interest rates, rising luxury demand. All I have to do is click into the search bar, and I can now look for, oil prices as an example, focusing on oil market and the tensions that, are easing within the Middle East. Or maybe I want to focus on rising inflation rates. We see the 10-year at its highest level of the year, and the 2-year touching, I think, around 5% on Monday. Maybe I want to talk about the preferred inflation gauge with PCE regarding the Fed, and some of the delayed Fed rate cuts that obviously have been a topic of discussion throughout the year. Seems like we're going to get something around September now, but again, these are things that I can now pull in to the commentary piece. Once I click generate, it's going to write based off my portfolio, based off my investment philosophy, how I want to communicate to my clients, all with a click of a button. So if you think about even instances like oil prices, right, or gold prices, where gold is pulling back, and that could be easing geopolitical tensions as well. Or I want to talk about earnings season, which is focused on resilient demand of consumer spending and in general earnings growth, or focusing specifically on AI tech earnings growth. That's something that I can find within the platform to talk about. So we get to a point, if you recall, where you can pull in multiple topics, multiple themes, all into one commentary related to your portfolio that you can share with clients. So it's very cool. This would be on, again, what I just selected regarding inflation and some of the delayed response to cutting rates from the Federal Reserve. As I go through it, it's very thorough. And, I can edit it if I like, with any sources available if I wanted to conduct further, research on some of the articles that we're pulling in here. All I can do is edit as well, and then I can export the commentary and eventually get to that white label piece that we're talking about. So I'll go back to the presentation. I want to just highlight in particular this QR code here. You'll notice if you pull out your smartphone, hover your camera over this QR code, it'll take you directly to our book a demo place of our website. We'd love to talk to you, obviously show you some of the capabilities within our platform, but be able to showcase the commentary piece. We can do some tests. If you want to share one of your IPS statements, put that into the machine, and we can conduct some analysis on that. So overall, wanted to thank you for your time. I'll leave you guys with some final thoughts. We obviously think AI is obviously here to save people time in their daily process. Some of the use cases that we discussed from an asset management perspective, again, being able to directly trade an AI strategy by feeding the machine a set of variables that then can help you navigate a model portfolio through trade notifications, other insights. We can help you with the idea generation process, so being able to understand how we can pull in unstructured data and structured data to give you the best ideas in any universe that you care about. being able to expedite the research process, being able to look at how we can use thematics and news aggregation into our research workflow and uncover any additional insights, whether it be hypotheses and things like that. And then what we focused on today, right, looking at client communications and empowering our business through some AI efforts in that respect. We obviously think that good portfolio commentary can set you apart. It's very time consuming and difficult to customize, but with AI, we think that it's going to make you better at your job because you now have time to spend elsewhere. That being said, again, thank you for your time. I'll pass it over to Fraser for the Q&A segment of
Awesome.
the webinar.
Thanks, Josh. Thanks for walking us through what we think is a pretty cool use case. I think people are always kind of curious about different ways that they can be incorporating AI into their process. And we think this is a pretty straightforward one, that pretty easily slots into the stuff that people are already doing, right? So it's not something that's going to take a ton of learning or a ton of additional resources to get started here. I'll jump into the questions. I think kind of the biggest one and that I've seen in the chat here, and one that uh, other folks have asked, is basically kind of the big elephant in the room. Like, why would a person want to use this when like GPT exists? Or not even GPT, but just any of these people, AI is more and more common. What stands out about this versus those kind of more free options?
Yeah, I think those tools are obviously great. There's no denying in that. I think overall they're built for a specific task, right? More generic, where ours is going to be finance specific. What really sets us apart in particular is the ability to look at news data. It's specific to finance, specific to you, as you saw. It could be tailored to your own personal investment philosophy, your own portfolio, and it's going to be point in time. The machine in particular, Boosted Insights, or what's really different is that we can actually read millions of articles daily. So more up to date than those free tools that are going to be more generic and actually, won't really be referencing specific news sources that could be helping you in the compliance process to add that credibility to anything that you put in front of clients.
Thanks for that, Josh. I think another one that we're seeing a lot of is what other capabilities does the tool have in terms of like how are other ways you could be using portfolio commentary? Can it generate newsletters that do, other stuff?
Yeah, it's a great question. Obviously, on like the commentary piece, you can use it to do a newsletter. We've actually found that other clients are using it to conduct podcasts or even some short video clips. So using that as like the basis or the structure of how they would conduct the messaging there. Um, in terms of like our roadmap of the platform itself, like I think we kind of see this evolving into eventually getting to the point where this is a chatbot, right? And being able to deliver immediate value based off any prompt that you ask the machine. So yeah, that's kind of where we see things going. There's obviously some more features that we're working on internally that we'd love to share with you guys as well. But I think you can get pretty creative with conducting podcasts and new and short video clips as well through the commentary feature.
Sure. And I mean, I think, this tool, much like kind of every AI tool, it's not necessarily going to spit out, oh, this is the final script for what you're going to do for your podcast or a video, or even say if you're using any of the tools, it's not the final thing. But I think it's that same time um, that where it might have taken you hours of research to kind of do this stuff, it's taking you seconds or minutes. So it's an exciting use case. Another question here, we've got kind of walked through it a little bit, but can pictures or charts be generated? What sort of level of detail are you getting on different aspects of your portfolio with portfolios, commentary, trade rationale, etc.
Yeah, I think on one of the last slides there on the roadmap, we can get very specific to talk about the positions in your portfolio. And one of the examples that we provided was Boeing, right? Being able to talk about their recent earnings call and then making reference to a chart that explains, the plane deliveries over each quarter. So yeah, most definitely we can provide charting and other illustrations to support the text that's being generated within the commentary. And there's going to be more developments coming, so we're definitely excited about that.
Awesome. I think, another thing that people are very curious about is how do you make sure that this is custom to you? Obviously, if it's spitting out something that everybody else is going to be sending, you kind of lose out on that edge. But uh, how are we thinking about the customization aspect of this?
Yeah. Again, thinking about like the product roadmap, it's actually pretty cool where we're going to have the ability to white label this content. So adding a logo, being able to customize the newsletter title or the commentary title, and making it personalized to your business. So whether you want to name it a specific title or segment and make it a monthly or weekly thing, we're able to do that from like a marketing perspective, uh, obviously supporting the business development growth, and then again being able to customize the actual text and the content itself. So going into the tool, being able to relay the message how you would in a client meeting face to face. So whether you want to use bullet points or address the length of the commentary itself from like a character limit perspective, some of the formatting, and then again being able to tell the machine your philosophy of how you view these events, and then being able to let the machine kind of take its course.
Um, I'm seeing some questions in the chat about hallucinations. I don't want to get too into the weeds on that one. We'll have somebody else reach out to you folks on that one, but I just kind of want to say that where I think this is an exciting tool is that we're citing sources. So when you look at some of these free ones, it could say inflation went up by 8%. Uh, but if you don't have that source, it's difficult for you to kind of do the math yourself. But where I think this is kind of cool and new and interesting is that, like, if we say inflation went up by 8%, you're going to have that source in Bloomberg, it's Reuters, it's Forbes, it's whatever. And I think that alone is pretty powerful. Um, Again, I'm only in market, so I don't want to too much about the specifics behind that. We'll have folks, we'll have our team reach out to people about other stuff. I don't know, Josh, if there's anything you wanted to add on that concept.
I think we definitely pride ourselves on a very low hallucination rate with multiple LLMs pretty much validating what's going on in the background. So for those looking for a more technical answer, we're definitely happy to get some of the folks on our side involved and get what you're
Yeah.
looking for.
Um, and just last question, you kind of for the roadmap of this tool, but I just kind of wanted to ask what else you're excited about, what other use cases people are kind of getting value out of AI from your side.
Yeah, I think it's a great question. Overall, it kind of related to what we see here with market commentary. Clearly, thematics is a big topic. So we have a market trends module in which, again, the machine is reading all these publications to give us market moving trends or themes, and then being able to make sense of that within our portfolio. So how can we look at thematic baskets and whether it's stocks or ETFs, get direct exposure to certain themes that we care about. Um, there's another feature in which we're looking at how we can aid the research process from a hypothesis perspective. So being able to drill down on a particular company and then asking the machine certain things like, will this affect, its revenue? And if so, we're going to be able to go out and find all the information tailored on that topic, right for you to have. And I think the power of artificial intelligence is that the machine can read millions of articles daily, so it could really speed up the process to to begin any work that you're doing within your book of business or with your team in general. So I think overall, those are the two that I'd probably focus on that are really exciting here at the firm, and we're constantly evolving for sure.
Awesome. I think what I'll actually do is maybe just call it here. I think that the coolest thing that folks can do is probably see it for themselves. I think that I've read a lot of stuff that they call that the aha moment, where you just kind of, it's interesting to talk about, but once you're kind of doing it yourself, that's where you see. So, if anybody's interested, please check out that QR code. Sort of folks here that are clients, please reach out to, whoever you deal with here, and we can get that shown to you or turned on for you. But really appreciate you walking through this, Josh. And really appreciate everyone here for taking their time on, during the lunch hour to join us for this session. So thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Take care,
Josh.
everyone.
Thanks, everybody. Have a good afternoon.